Okay, welcome everyone to week 6. We we finished the half of our journey, and now we are beginning in the second half, inshallah. And the rest, inshallah, will be easy, bi'Iznillah. Okay, last session, a quick recap for the last session. We took text and adjustments and blending modes. So, anyone have any question about the last session before starting? Let's start our session, inshallah. First of all, the big guy that we will take in this session is the smart object. So, smart object is one of the important things to know in Photopea or Photoshop or any other software. Meanwhile, there is a lot of people that don't understand what is a smart object, and they can also do whatever they want and do whatever designs they want on the software they are using without actually knowing what is a smart object. But knowing smart object will make you um, more understandable and have more deeper knowledge in graphic softwares, and you will understand more when we go to use the mockups and templates. You will understand it more, and it will help you feel more comfortable in the software when understanding it. So first of all, raster layer is the normal layer we always used in last sessions. Smart objects, it's what we will learn today, always have the same shape of the layer, but with this icon at the bottom right corner here. This icon, this screenshot is from Photoshop, but Photopea is the same. So I took this screenshot from Photoshop um, because I don't know. um, so smart object is a normal layer, but with this icon here. This icon means that our layer is a smart object. So what is the difference between raster layer and a smart object? First of all, let's see the raster layer that we used to work on, which is the normal layer we used to work on. For example, if we have a project called project 1, this project will have this bar here, which referring to our project. Our project will have a document which have the final image and some layers. The raster layer or the normal layer like this in our project, it's a photo or anything. If I want to make some edit on it, or any effect or any adjustments, or any edit I want to do it on it, like for example making a brush on it, I can do it easily, and it will affect the original layer. And I told you to in this case to make a duplicate layer from our original layer and work on, because editing on any layer or any last raster layer, it will damage the layer. I can't um, reuse it without this brush I made here. So this was the raster layer that we used to work on. So what is a smart object? Smart object is only adding when we if we have a project but with the same image, but this image is a smart object. What is the difference that we will face? Um, as I can see, it's as the same image, the same project, the same everything, only a different icon. The big difference is when we used to edit or to make anything, a warning came to us and we couldn't do any edit on this image. So why? Because in reality, smart object is not a layer. a normal layer. It's a project on itself. What does that mean? It means when you see this icon here, he wants to tell you that this layer, it's not a normal layer, it's an entire project full of many layers. All of these layers are combined together to form a layer for us. So this is a smart object. It's a complete project that we can edit and manage its layers. But he only flatten all these layers and flatten this project in a layer for us. But this is not a copy from the project, it's a reference from the project. So that I can't edit it because this is might be a many layers or anything, but it's another project I can't edit it. So to edit anything in our image, we have two cases. Either to make it a raster or to go in the project 2, which is the smart object project, and edit in it or make anything that we want in the smart object in project in the other project that it's referencing to it. For example, if I made any edit on the project 1 on the smart object, like for example I made a brush on it, I clicked on the brush tool and clicked on the layer to make any brush stroke on it. It will give me this warning, which says this smart object must be rasterized before processing before proceeding. Edit content will no longer be available. Rasterize the smart object. Okay. Here we understand two things. He want me to rasterize the smart object, which means I convert the smart object to a normal raster layer. And the second thing he want to tell me that I can't edit contents will no longer be available. Which contents? The contents of the project, because he knows that the smart object is just it's a project on its own, so it can have many layers. So this is the content of the smart object, which I can't edit anymore if I change the smart object to a raster layer. So to 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 uh, to make any effect, I should go first to the smart object project, which we will know how to go it later in this session, and then make the brush which we need. Then click save, so which we save the project too. And once we save it, any change happened in the project too will affect this smart object layer in project 1, and we will see that we made a brush on our smart object, which I think that we couldn't do before. So this is a smart object. So option 1 to change anything in smart object is to make it a raster layer like this without the smart object icon. So it's a normal raster layer, so we can edit as we want. The second option is to go to the smart object content or the project and edit it as we want. So what is the uses of smart object? It has a lot of uses. For examples, making templates. Um, we might um, touch the concept of the templates in this session, but actually we will not take templates or mockups in this session. Inshallah, we will take it in another sessions. Um, I don't want to explain it deeply because I don't. If you learn it, I think you will use it. Instead of making a project on your own, you will use templates a lot. So I want you to take all the knowledge of the Photopea first, then I will tell you about templates. So now you can be on your own. You want the hard way or the easy way. So smart object is used in making templates. It's very essential in templates. If there is no smart object templates, it will be very hard. It's also used in maintaining quality on scaling and transforming. Why is this? I will tell you in this session, inshallah. It's better when using filters, and we will take filters, inshallah, in this session, and know why it's better to work on smart object instead of raster layer for filters. And also it's better in organizing, but you will feel this when you be more um, not professional but intermediate. You will start to feel smart object is actually making your project more organized, but you have to be to to be uh, more relaxed and use the software more and you be used to it to feel this feature, and so many other uses. I can't list all of the smart object uses in the world, but these are the very important ones. So before trying it, or should we try it first and then I will see if you have any questions. So let's create a new project and let's get any image, like for example image pyramid. Let's take for example this image here. Let's drag it and move it here up. If I left the mouse, I am still holding the mouse. If I left the mouse here, it will add this image as a new layer in the new project that I made. If I removed the mouse while I am holding it, if I removed my hand from the mouse while the image is up here, it will create a new project with this image. So let's create a new project with this image, and let's see if I can add a new layer of this pyramid in our last project like this. I will add it here. It's added here, and let's add another layer like this. So it's now very clear how to add images. You have to be very satisfied and very used to add images to our project. So now we have this project of this pyramid. Let's first of all open this normal image, this raster image, and let's make any change on it and see what's the change. But first of all, let's duplicate and let's use this brush here. Let's choose a red color like this. Let's click OK, and let's make our brush again bigger. Let's move it. Now I can draw anything I want in this photo. I can damage it as I want like this. So now I damaged my photo. If I want to change anything, I can't. I can't move the brush on its own. I can't remove this brush. The photo is damaged. The only way is click Control Z and it will return. But actually, I returned it. I returned it in my steps. I didn't fix the problem. And the other way is that I have a spare layer. So this is the normal raster layer. So let's try the smart object. So first of all, uh, to get a smart object, uh, there's so many ways. So when how we faced a smart object before. So can anyone remember what is the case that we was doing that made our layer a smart object layer? Can anyone tell me if you can notice? I will tell you. I didn't tell you about how to make a smart object before, but we faced our layers being in a smart object and we wanted to change it to raster, and the scenario that we was doing that made this is we was adding an image in our on our pre-made project. if we made a project from an image, it will make our image in raster layer. But if we have already a project, and if we want to add an image to it, whether it from the browser or from my computer storage, or from file and open and place here, file open and place, or anything, once I add an image to an existing project like this, it will make it in a smart object. Like, and you can see the icon here. Here is the smart object icon in Photopea. Is this nested squares? This is the smart object icon in Photopea. Where is the magnifier? Okay. Um, so what if so let's rename it smart object layer, and this is the raster layer. So what if I choose the brush tool and colored these pyramids here? What he says to me is, this was what we faced before. He says to me, smart object must be rasterized first. Then he asking me, rasterize? Before we was clicking OK. Once we click OK, now this icon of the smart object removed, and I can now make any brush I want on it, right? Let's click Ctrl Z to undo our actions. So what I want to tell you now, now when we click, we understand two things. We understand that the smart object is a different concept than the normal layer, and now we understand that normal layer is called raster. Raster is the opposite of vector. What is raster and what is vector? We know only raster now. Vector we will take it inshallah in next sessions bismillah. So let's click X, and I want to edit the project. I told you that if we want to edit smart object, we have two ways. The first way is to convert it to raster like this. Click here and click OK, and I will tell you another way to raster a smart object. And the other way to edit a smart object, which is the only way to edit smart object, because the other way is a manipulation. We convert it to a raster object. So now we are editing a raster layer. We are not editing a smart object. So the true way to edit a smart object is to go to the project of the smart object. So how to open the smart object content or its project is going here and click on this square icon here, double click. Once you clicked on it, double click, you notice that now I am not in the same project. You might feel we are in the same project because we here have the same layers and the same image. So if we close this, and let's make a text so we can notice. This is our main project that we have created. Once we see this text, we can know that we are in our project. Okay, so let's click on this smart object, double click again. I want to tell you something. If you double click on anywhere else in our layer, it will open this layer style menu, and we didn't take it yet. We will take it in the next sessions inshallah. So double click on this square, on this nested squares. Now you can notice this is a new different project. This project here is the project of the smart object that I told you about here. This is the another project of the smart object. So this is our main project, and this is our smart object project. So what if I choose a brush tool and colored the background? Now I colored the background of the pyramids. So what if I clicked here X and clicked OK? He will see. He says to me, there is unsaved work in the project name .psd. Do you really want to close it? If I clicked OK, nothing will happen because I didn't save the smart object project. So let's click cancel. What we want to make is, after make any change in the smart object project, if the project is unsaved, and this condition on all projects, if any project is not unsaved, this asterisk star here will be visible on any project that is not saved. So let's click Control S, or click File and click Save. And here he knows on his own that this is a smart object, because if I clicked on my main project, he will say to me save, and I have first to click save as PSD. And this feature is not meant for a Photopea browser-based software. It's meant for Photoshop or any, or GIMP, or any software on computer. So this feature is visible here, and he says to me this is a smart object. You want to save it? So let's save it, and let's go here. Once we go here, you can notice that this brush I didn't make actually. I made it in the content of the smart object. So if we go here, we can see that our smart object layer has this brush stroke that I made. So we now can see that smart object, I can edit it from its content. So let's go again to our project and click Ctrl Z, and let's make another text here and click this is the smart object and click yes. Okay, let's click save, Ctrl S and go ahead. Okay, this is our smart object. Okay, great. So smart object is its on its own. It's a whole project. I can reference it from here, smart object. Once I use a brush on the smart object and I rasterize it. Now this project is nothing. It's a new project for me. So if I click file, if I, for example, I made any work, for example, I made like this, and click Control S and go here again, nothing happened, because I lost the reference to this project. So this is a project for a smart object, but the reference of this smart object is not here anymore. But if I click the Control Z, now I have my smart object again, so I can open it and click again Control S and go here. Now everything is updated. So let's open the smart object again and hide everything and click Control S and close this. So this was the concept of the smart object. So now we want to know another thing: how to convert a raster layer to smart object and vice versa. To convert any normal layer like this, let's make it in this red color. To convert this layer to a smart object, we can make it by by first way is by drag and drop in the project, but this we want to change the state of the layer from the software. So we can right click on the layer and click convert to smart object. Now we can see that it's a smart object, which means it's a project on its own. So you can even see that if I made it a smart object like this, convert smart object, what happens is taking this layer and with even its properties, which is its color, this color red, and will move it inside a project when we will call this project a background copy. So this is our smart object. If we opened it, we can see our background layer with its red color. So is this means that I can make a raster project, a smart object from many raster layers? Yes. For example, if I made like this and selected all of this and right click and click on convert to smart object, now I have all of these layers combined as a smart object. We learned before that we can combine layers in a group, and we can add anything, add a mask for the group, but we now can also make a smart object from all of these layers. We can open it. Now we have this smart object as a project with which reference here. Okay, so this is a way to convert a layer to smart object. And also we can click here layer and smart object and click on convert smart object. So what is the vice versa, how to convert a smart object to a layer? Now this is a smart object with this nested squares icon. We can click on right click and click on rasterize to make it a raster layer, and now we can rasterize it. So now let's check another thing. Let's click open. Okay, well, I think it's in the background, the desktop, I mean. Okay, let's search for tree. Okay, let's take this image here and make it a new project. Okay, or let's make an or let's add it here. Let's add it here like this. Okay, there is a bug or an issue in Photopea. I can notice today that everything I add to it is adding it multiple times. I don't know why. Okay, okay, cool. I also wanted to make a duplication from my layer. Okay, now we have two images. Let's rasterize one. Okay, now I have a raster and a smart object. I told you in our slides that one of the differences between smart object and raster layer is maintaining the quality of a photo on scaling and transforming. Why is it? Because when you scale down your normal layer, what happens is you made 1,000 pixel photo to be shown in like 10 pixels. So what will happen? The computer will delete 990 pixel and will try to get the most common and average colors and put it in only 10 pixels. Okay, cool. What if you made this 10 pixels scale up to be have this 1,000 pixels again? The computer will try to add 990 pixels from its own and will try to estimate its colors. So actually, which means our image is damaged. But if you want to scale a smart object, the computer itself knows that the smart object is a separate project which is a referenced in our layer. So if we took this smart object and we scale it down as we can, what happens is he made the same thing. He removed the 950 pixel, but he is not permanently removed it. He always knows the original pixels and with its original colors. So what if we took this tiny 10 pixel image and make it 1,000 pixel again? He will not try to estimate from these 10 pixels from its colors to make that the 990 pixel. No, he will estimate the colors of the 1,000 pixel from the original project of the smart object. If you don't understand what this means, it doesn't matter. All I want you to know that smart object will maintain your quality, whether you scale down, scale up your image, it will not be damaged permanently. If you understand what I said now about the concept why, it will help you a lot and understanding. So let's try it now. Let's select both layers, the raster and the smart object, and let's make the transform controls from here, and let's small it, and let's click and hold alt to make it small from the center like this. Okay, now let's click yes. What happens now? I made our images very tiny. So let's make it again bigger. You can see the difference now. What happened here is that the raster layer lost an information of its pixels. Then making it bigger again, he tries to estimate the pixels. But the raster object, he always knows the original image from here. He always have the original image. So when you make the image big or small as you want, the original image always he get the information from it. So smart object better in maintaining the quality when you are working on it, whether you are transforming it or scaling it. uh, okay, and also it's better in editing, and also it's better in transforming. So this was the smart object. Uh, any questions about the smart object? Okay, you have for example 2 minutes, or let's make it okay 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to try the smart object on your own, and 2 minutes also to ask me any questions about the smart object. Okay, let's continue. Okay, we learned about how to edit a smart object, so let's add this here, and we can open this smart object layer, and we can draw anything like this. And sorry, control plus space. Okay, I don't understand what is this, but okay. Now we have a smart object. If we want to edit, I told you to click here, double click. Or you can also edit like this, edit, and click, for example, when we was, okay, oh, sorry. We click layer and click smart object and click open edit contents. Now we can reach the same page, same project. Or we can click on edit and click on layer and click on smart object and click replace content. Once we click on replace content, he allows me to replace the entire content of the smart object with a layer like this. If I click the smart object again, I can see that smart object is one layer again. And I also can replace the smart object with a complete project that we made before. For example, if I clicked on layer and clicked on smart object and click the replace content, uh, we can click on what we choose mesh. Let's click on this. This is a complete project that we can see that is now an image. But if I click right, if I click double click on it, now I can see that is a complete project. I added a PSD. We knew how to download a PSD file before. PSD, we knew also what is PSD. So we can replace a smart object with a complete project. And also we can click export content to download it as a PSD file, so we can download the project of the Photopea, and we can also open the project as a new project from here, which is separate than from our smart object. And also there is another features or options in smart object, like turn into JPG, which I didn't see in Photoshop, I think. And the stack mode. The stack mode is actually, remember the blending modes that we took before? Stack mode is actually making like a blending between the layers of the content of the project of the smart object with some techniques. Like for example, if I clicked the median, now he combined all the layers of the smart object in this way. Let's click Ctrl Z. So I didn't use it before actually, but I noticed a very cool tutorial on how you can use this stack mode. And by the way, stack means some things above each others. So it's the layers above each others, which is make a mode on it, which a blending mode. So everything is connected. So I found a video on YouTube which tells us how to make from this. Wait a minute. From all of these images, he will add it to the smart object and will make the stack mode on minimum, and the photo will be like this. And he explained it in deep all in all these 5 minutes. And you can find many videos about the stack modes and tutorials about every tiny thing. Actually, in this video, he is using Photoshop, but it's not different than Photopea. Actually, this is an old version of Photoshop. So any tutorial for Photoshop, you might use for Photopea. So this is one of the great benefits of the Photopea. So this is a smart object. Now I want you to try to make this project I made from many years ago. I can't remember exactly from which year, but I can figure it out. But what I want you to make, that I have here the link. Okay, copy link. I sent you now in the chat the link of this BSD file. I I actually don't know the speed of the internet for you, but I want everyone to download this BSD file. Actually, this is very private. This is my project, and it's not easy for any designer to give his BSD project to anyone. So it's hard. Way it's hard tutorial for me. But I give you the PSD project and prepared you to be easy to work with it. What I want you to download the project, and you will, when you open it on Photopea. I'm sorry also. I am making a screenshots from Photoshop in these slides. I should make the screenshots from Photopea, but it's not making any difference. So I want you to download this project, and I made the entire project in a group, so you don't have to manage all the things. You can find here that all the project is in a group. You don't have to manage all any layer. All you want is to change the text and the image. And I put for you the smart object that I used in my project here. So now we have a smart object for the text and smart object for the image. So now you can replace your image here and replace your text here. And this is not for um, any usage out of this course. Don't use this for a commercial use. Don't use this for your own use, except if you will leave my logo here. So now everyone download this image and try to replace your photo and your text here. You have 1 minute. I don't know what is the speed of your internet, but I will give you 1 minute and I will tell you how to make it. Okay. Download and replace the text with your name and your image, and you can share it with your friends if you will leave my logo. Let's open here, open the materials. This is the PSD. When you download it, you can drag it to here to Photopea and drag it here to make it as a new project. Once you add the project, or you can click file and open uh, and reach the PSD folder. Okay, once you open you can see that I made a group for everything here in our project. We can open it and see that my project is made of many nested groups and many images, and you can see that I am using my smart object in many places like this. So this is my project. Now I have this image and this text here. Let's get a Salah photo. I don't want to select, I want it very easy. Okay, these are all a manipulation. It's not a PNG photo. Is okay. This is a PNG photo. Okay, that's cool. Let's Control Z. Let's open my click on my image here. Double click, and now I have my image. And I'm telling you with these rulers here, I will tell you about these lines in next sessions, inshallah, if we have the chance. بإذن الله. So what we have now a project for my photo. We can now take Salah photo and put it here and scale it. Sorry, and scale it up like this. And click here, yes, and hide this, and let's save it and close it. Now we have Salah with the effects that I made on myself, and I can click and make it bigger like this, and click save and make it here. Okay, now we have our image, our Salah image here, and now we can click on our text and make it like this, Salah. Now we edit the smart object. We click Ctrl S and close. Now we have this. We can also change the color like this. Why it didn't change? Okay, because I made some effects that are color uh, changing. Okay, so now the project is changed from my image to Salah image and from my text to Salah text, and it's very easy only by changing the smart object content, which is this which is the concept of templates, and we will take it later. So this means I made a template, but it's not very dynamic because I will not explain. Everything is good. Anyone have any question? We finished the smart object, a concept, as a concept. Sorry. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's go to learn about filters. Filters is like for everyone, think about filters as the adjustments that we took before, which is changing a brightness, color correction, hue and saturation, contrast, or something like this. But actually, filters in Photoshop is not adjustments. These things is called adjustments, and filters is changing. It might be called effects in other apps, mobile apps, but this is called filters in Photoshop. Filters allow us to make many things in Photoshop, and we will see this now. So let's jump and try filters now. Let's close this project, and okay, I don't want this project. Uh, let's open this. Open more. Open from URL. Click OK. No, not this. Okay. Image pyramids. mm, okay, let's take this image here and add it as a new project. This mosque is called the Sultan Hassan Mosque. Is very 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 old mosque in Egypt. Um, okay, let's add some filters on it. So first of all, to add any filter for any image, you can see here that there is a menu in here from up which is named filter. When you click on filter, you have all of this menu. This is the filter menu which you can add to your projects. Filters is very easy and very easy to use, which is we click on filter and we click on any filter we want. Like for example, let's click on blur and let's click on average. Okay, it's an issue for Photopea. It should work in any software else. Let's click on Gaussian blur. Okay, Gaussian blur will make a blur on our image and we can change it from here like this. No blur and very strong blur. Let's decrease it like this, for example. Now it's a strong blur. We click OK. Our image is blurred. This is a filter. Let's click Control X and click filter again. There is 3D filters. This 3D filters you will not use. When you will use it, if you are using a 3D software, for example, as Blender, as Cinema 4D, as Maya, which is used in Disney, I think, and as 3D Max if you are architecture. Uh, if you was if you will be an architect, you will use a 3D Max for making models for buildings or something like this. When you deal with this 3D software and modeling, you will need to use Photopea to make some maps like the normal map. Here he is making a normal map for you, which will be used if you are using a 3D, and you can edit some features in it to make to change it. What happened? Okay, and also some other features here. You can also click filter and click on blur and see other features as lens blur to edit the lens blur. Let's click blur, lens blur, and we can change the radius, angle, and everything. Okay, so and also there is distort filters. Let's use the wave, for example. Let's make the minimum length bigger and the maximum length bigger, like this. We can use this for a flag. For example, if we click Egypt flag, so, which I searched about before, and we drag this and put it here. Now we have the Egypt flag. We can click on. Okay, this is a bug. When you find any issue, you can click on this report a bug and report an issue and follow the instructions from here. Report a bug and click new issue, and you can click, for example, add new project by drag drop. Will make 3 instances from it, and we click right, and we can attach image and submit the issue, and we will try to fix it, inshallah. So this is an advantage for us, a free software. Okay, let's click here filter and click distort, and let's click on wave, and let's make it have a bigger wavelength, and let's wrap repeat edge pixels, and let's click OK. Now we changed our flag from this to this, and every filter have a lot of properties, as we see here, a lot of properties. I will not explain all these properties because if there is an X amount of filters here, GIMP has another, has a Y amount, and Photoshop has a Z amount. Every software has a lot of filters. There is a lot of common filters, but also Photoshop has tons of filters. If I open Photoshop, for example, like this, you can see that if I clicked filter, he add blur. Okay, I think they are the same. They are the most of that. They are the same filters, I think. But you can see that Photoshop has 3D things. Okay, so it's an advantage that Photopea has all the Photoshop filters, I think. Okay, so this is the distort filter. You also can click noise, add noise. Add noise will add some noise to your image and make it like a real photo, or from TV, or an old photo, which will make a cool effect on it. Let's try pixelate. Mosaic will make our image in these pixels like this. You can use it as you want. If you have a project to make, for example, cubes in the real world, or we want to use it for crochet or any thing, you can print it like this. Okay, you can click filter again. Okay, for this render, this is a tricky one. To use these filters here, if I clicked here, you will not notice. Okay, it's working. Sometimes you have to make it a new black layer and then choose from the blending options, choose lighten, but it worked. Okay, when I clicked on this lens flare effect filter, I can see that there is a lens flare on on the image, and I can click and move it on my own like this, or can move it from here like this, and we can change its brightness as we want like this. And there is another lens flares. Let's choose, for example, this one. So it's a cooling effect. Let's click X and click filter and see another effects. There is clouds. If I clicked on these clouds, it will make a cloud from two colors, which is the two colors that I checked here. And from these clouds, we can use it a lot in different ways. You can search for filter cloud, and search for its uses. And there is another filters like color to alpha. It will make some colors in your image, which is darker, to transparent, and like this. And Fourier transform, I don't know, and I don't understand what actually it does, but it messes with the project and damages it like this, like this. Okay, let's click control, and I actually don't understand what happened. Okay, this is the filters. If I clicked last filter, it will make the last filter that I did. If I clicked here, okay, this is the last filter. If I made, for example, a blur like this, Gaussian blur, and click to Control Z and want to click on the last filter, it will make the blur. So clicking on last filter, it will make for us the effect the last filter we did. So let's try filters. You can try filters, and okay, You have 1 minute to try filters. Okay. Anyone have any question? Let's continue in filters. Okay, there is some filters that I didn't tell you about, which these filters here. So let's check them. First of all, filter gallery. If I clicked on it, I can see that there is a lot of filters here, and all of these filters are categorized. There is texture filters, there is stylized filters, there is sketch filters and distort filters, and so on. If we clicked on colored pencil, we can see that this filters is added. Okay, I don't understand if my internet is slow or there is an issue. I am clicking on anything that's not working. Okay, nothing is working now. Let's refresh. Do you hear me, guys? It's an internet issue or what? Is everything is good? If you hear me, please type one. Okay, good. You are hearing me. Why? I thought the internet is down. Okay. So why Photopea happened like this? Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We open it again. We'll get any image from here and we'll add it. Okay, let's click filter, filter gallery. Okay, actually there is error. Please send your file. Okay, there is an issue with Photopea, I think, and I think they are maintaining it. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, now let's click on artistic. Okay, nothing happened again. I will open the Photopea version from here, and I will add. Okay, error. Please send your file support. I think this is a general issue in Photopea now. I think the its server is down or something. I don't know. Let's click on filter gallery again. Let's click on anything. Okay, nothing is working. Okay, okay, I think this is a general issue. I will show you this filter from Photoshop. I'm sorry, but to explain it, and maybe I actually done that yesterday. I don't understand what happened. This is a new issue. It was working yesterday. So let's create a new project in Photoshop. I will show you on Photoshop until this issue be fixed in Photopea. I'm sorry, guys. Let's download this image here. Let's open it here in Photoshop. Okay. It might be it's a good thing to see what actually Photoshop do. To know that there is no differences between Photoshop and Photopea. So let's click filter and click on filter gallery. Filter gallery actually in Photopea looks more user friendly. So let's click here. Now we added this effect. Here now we can add this effect and so on. Some many effects. I think they are all in Photopea. Something like this. If I click distort, okay, glass, okay, sketch. Okay, let's use this and this and this. Okay, so this is is a filter gallery, and every effect of them I can change from here as I want, like this. Okay, what else in Photopea? Lens correction. Let's check if now it's working. Okay, let's click on lens correction. I hope it's work. Okay, it's working. So let's return back to Photopea. This is the filter gallery. Let's try the lens correction filter with this image here. Some images like this is distorted. That's because of the camera is used. For example, if you know the GoPro is a camera which make like fish eye, and if you used a camera to make a very wide angle, it will distort the image like this. So if you are a photographer and uses some cameras like this, you want sometimes to make the image looks natural again. So you can click on filter and click on lens correction, and you can see the amount. You can make it negative or positive. If it is wide, you should make it positive. It's a fish eye, you can make it negative. You can feel it. So now we can make it like this, and the scale, let's scale it down. Let's make the amount again like this. Okay, and let's scale it down again. Now you can see the image is distorted, but the actual result is what we want. So let's click OK. So we change it from this to this. And also we can try it from here, open more, open from URL, and click OK here. Now we can click on filter and click lens correction and make it like this, and make it like this, and make it like this. Now we change it from this to this. And also we can try, for example, this file, open more, open from URL, click Ctrl V and click OK. Now we can click filter, and we can where with lens correction, and we can make it like this. I think this effect is cooler. Okay. Let's check camera raw filter. Camera raw filter actually makes some adjustments on the brightness and something like this. This is a warm, this is cold, this is temp, this is exposure and contrast and vibrance and saturation. So these effects you can use in camera raw filter, and the Photoshop camera raw filter is more advanced, and this is a benefit for Photoshop. But actually you can make all these Photoshop scenes with the adjustment tools that we took before. And also there is a filter called liquify like this. You can play with this, or you can break it like this. Okay, so this was the filter liquify. So everyone have any questions? Okay, everyone try to I send to you this image of this horse. Everyone try to make this horse here to this horse here. What I changed is I made some blur for the background, and I made the horse look more yellow, and made the background look more red, and I decreased the brightness of the background. I actually told you all the hints. Now you have 2 minutes. Okay, I will tell you. First of all, let's take this link and go to Photopea, click on open, file, open more, open from URL, click Ctrl V, click on OK. Now I have my image here. First of all, I have to separate the horse image and the background image. So let's duplicate this image here and try to select the horse. Click on filter, on select, sorry, and click on magic cut tool. Let's click on Control plus to zoom in. Let's click and hold the space to move the image. Now I want to color the red area, which is the background area, like this. And I think he will understand, like this. Cool. And I want to tell you this, to tell him that also this area is the background, right? And I want to erase this green area because actually it's a background, not the horse, like this. And I also want to erase this area, and I think he understands it. Okay, I want to tell him this is a background instead. Cool. You want to tell him this is the horse, and this is the background, and I think it's cool. And let's make it like a selection. Let's click OK. Now I have a selection for the horse. Click mask. Now I have the horse on its own. Let's show the background. Now I have the two are separate layers, the horse and the background with the horse. Let's go to the background and click on adjustments, click on brightness. Let's make the brightness somehow low, and let's make the brightness at the horse somehow high. If you notice now, I can the effect of the upper layer of the brightness affecting all of the layer underneath of it, and I want this layer to be made on the layer of the horse only. So I can click right click and click on clipping mask, which we took before, or we can click alt and click on the horse. Now we have focused on the horse only. Now we can make I here didn't have to click clipping mask because actually there is no layers under it, so I don't have to mask it under it because adjustment layers only affecting the layers under it. So let's click on what we want to do again is color balance and increase the red for the background, like this. And let's make a color balance for the horse, like this, and make it under the adjustment layer, and make this also a clipping mask, uh, to both of them on the horse. And let's decrease the green, increase increase green and blue, decrease blue and increase red. Now the horse is yellowish, and all we need to do now is to make a blur for the background. So let's duplicate and click filter and click blur and click Gaussian blur, and let's make it like this, for example. Okay, let's group all of this like this in a group, and now we can see before and after. This is before, this is after, and it's very quick and very easy. Okay, this was the filters. Any question about the filters? Okay, we will not try this image now, but you have now a break time, which is let's make it okay. Have 10 minutes break like here. Uh, I will return for you after 1 minute, and if you have any question, you can ask me, and the break will be over after 10 minutes, inshallah. A very important thing that we missed, I didn't explain to you when I told you that filters are better with filters. Why are better with filters? Because if you hide this, now we have our image of the horse here. If I add a filter and then add a blur, Gaussian blur with it, I can't re-edit the Gaussian blur, or I can't remove it except by clicking Control Z. So what if I clicked right click and made my layer as a smart object? When I click filter and add the same last filter, what happened is that there is an arrow appeared here and some things appeared here, and I can show it and hide it. The smart object allows me to have the filter as a smart filter, so I can't edit it as I want, because I can't edit a smart object. The benefit of it that I can click there is this is a Gaussian blur effect that filter that I made. I can click on the gear here and can change the opacity of the Gaussian blur, and I should be able to change the effects. Okay, when I click on the Gaussian blur name, I can change the Gaussian blur effect as I want, like this, and click OK again. And not that only, I can add multiple effects, for example add noise like this, and all of them will appear in the smart filters here. And I can change the add noise also like this, and also I can hide and show whatever filter I want. Let's hide the Gaussian blur, let's show it. Let's hide the add noise, and let's show it. Let's hide all filters and let's show it. So that I wanted to tell you that smart object is better. Filter is better with a smart object. And also you can see this white area here. If you notice, it's something like a mask, and it is a mask. So you can make a mask for your filters. For example, let's make this. Our filters are applying in the white area here and not applying in this black area. So now we have a filter in this area, white area only. So if I removed the noise, you can see the blur effect. If I remove the blur, you can see the noise effect. And also, as any filter, as any mask, you can double click to open the property panel, and you can edit the feather and density and anything you want. So this is the benefits of the smart object, or the benefits of the filter with a smart object. Let's check a last filter to close this section here. Let's click blur and click radial blur. This is cool effect if we made a zoom, and we can change the position of X and the position of Y like this to be focused on the horse face like this, and change the amount. So this is a cool filter like this. Click OK, before and after. So this is filters, and let's continue after filters. Retouching is one of the very important things in our usage for Photoshop. Retouch is meant to be to retouch any image. Is meaning is if you want to remove some things from your face, if you want to your face looks smooth, if you want to make some your hair more darker, your skin more lighter or darker as you want. Also, it means if you want to remove an object from an image like this, you here removed the balloon and its reflection, and it's now a complete new photo. And also, retouch is when you want to enhance and restore old photos and repair it from this to this. So retouch is one of the big usage of Photopea. So let's try it. And file, open from URL, and click what's this. Okay, sorry. File, open more, open from URL, click Control V and click OK. Let's make. I don't understand where everyone gone. Okay, let's make a blur effect. First of all, we want to use some retouching tools. Let's use this tool, blur tool here, and see what it will do. We can make it bigger or smaller like the brush from the square brackets, and we can use it by click and drag and hold and move. Now we can blur this area from his face like this. Let's be from here only, and here and here. And also there is sharpen tool, which is the opposite of the blur. We can sharpen any area from an image like this. We sharpened a lot. Now we sharpened his eyes to look sharpen, and we have the smudge tool to make this effect, and we can make it on his face like this to make it wider, but actually it's I don't know what to do in this photo with the smudge tool, but we can make it as if he is falling from up like this. Let's make it okay. This as if he is falling. Okay. Let's choose. Okay, this is the blue sharpen smudge tools. Let's go to the dodge tool. The dodge tool is actually will make him white, more whiter. Will make the skin. Let's okay. Let's use it like this. It makes the skin whiter, so he's now very white. And there is burn tool, which will make him darker like this. So he is now half white, half dark like this. Okay. And also we can make this sponge tool. This sponge tool is making two things: is saturating the colors or desaturating the colors. We can click saturate or desaturate. Here we are saturating every color to make it like this, or we can desaturate it to make it like this. And it also has the pressure control quality and the pressure control size, which we used in the brush tool. So this was the dodge and burn tool and the sponge tool, and this was blur and sharpen and smudge tools. Okay, cool. Let's now check these tools here for retouching. Let's start from let's click file, open from your control V. We have this image here, many images of old images that is taken by old cameras with flash, make our eyes like red eye effect, which happens because of the filter and the camera, and this seen a lot in many old photos. To retouch something like this and fix it, is there is a tool for it, which is called red eye tool. We can select it from here and brush on the eye like this, and it will fix the problem very easily. This is the red eye tool. So now we took the blur tool, sharpen tool, smudge tool, dodge tool, burn tool, sponge tool, and red eye tool. uh, it's a wrap. Okay, so now you can try it. You have 1 minute to try it, and I actually don't understand if you are here, so you can uh, try this. And since I actually not sure if you are there or not, so I will make it now. To make something like this, we can click on file, open more, open from your area, and click Ctrl V. Okay, we can fix this photo if you want to remove these red areas. We can use this. Okay, we can use other tools that I didn't explain it yet. So let's click for here, for example, HD image. or we can get this image from here. Okay. We have this image here. Let's learn on it the other tools for retouching and healing. This is the spot healing brush tool. When you click on it, what happens, or what it do is fixing the area, which means that if you have anything in your photos that you want to remove and replace with the original area, you go to it and make it inside the circle and click the button or the mouse key, and it will try to get the pixels from around the circle and put it inside the circle. So actually it will fix these white spots here like this. So we fixing it like this. Don't use it in a very big way like this, because it here worked, but if you made it like this, it will damage the original image like this. Sometimes it will damage, especially if there is some details. So you have to work on it carefully. So what if you want to get you want the same effect? I told you that this tool, what it does is that it brings these pixels around the circle and try to learn from it and apply it on inside the circle. So everything inside the circle will replaced with the things around the circle. What if you want to make the same effect but to get the pixels from here, for example? You want to get these pixels and learn from it and apply it in this area here instead of this area around the circle. To make something like this, you have to click on this healing brush tool, not the spot healing brush tool. And to do it, once you click, he will tell you that select clone. You have to select a source. So you can first click Alt and hold and select this area. Now we selected this area as a source. You can find that my brush have this shape, this circle, because it's referencing from this area. Now when I click and drag, you can notice that I have this plus icon and this circle icon. So this circle icon means I am replacing this area here with this information here, or we learning from this information to replace this area. So if we made this again like this, we can find that I am moving like this. It can be used also for making another key like this, another button or for the trousers like this. Now he have two buttons. We can make another face for him like this. Scary. Okay, this is the healing brush tool. Let's use the patch tool. The patch tool is making the same thing, is also healing. So if we click to Control Z to get some distortions again, if I selected this area, I am selecting and holding and moving my mouse. Now I select this area. I can now select this area and hold and move. Now I can leave it here. Now he learned from the area that I moved. So if I want to remove his mouse like this, I can select the mouse and move like this, and everything is changed. And if I want to change this area, I can make it like this. Now there is no trousers buttons. So now also I have this content aware tool, which also make the same thing, but moving the object and from its place to another place like this. Now he can have this button here, and we can take his eye and put it here. No, not his eye. Let's make this mouse here, for example. So we replaced the mouse here and so on. And the last thing I want to tell you about also is the content aware tool, which is when we select anything, we can click edit, fill, content, and instead of making a filling with a color or a gradient or a pattern that we will take later inshallah, we can fill it with content aware like this, and we can click OK. Now we replace this selection area with the content aware. This is the retouching tools. To be more familiar with it, let's try these things here. Let's file. We knew how to fix this image here. Let's try on other images to be more familiar with it. If we want to fix this image, it's very easy. It's only using the spot tool like this. It only takes some time. Like this, and we can see before and after. Okay, if we have this image here, we can click file, open from URL, and click OK. We can make this like using the healing brush tool, and click alt here and make something like this. But I want to tell you another tool in this area here. When I remove the healing brush, will try to make a combination and blend this image here with its background, so it will happen like this. This is cool because it actually make it very realistic, very realistic like this. So now we have duplication of this grass here. But what if I want to make it exactly the same without make it realistic? What if I want to clone it and make a copy from it? Is using this tool here, the stamp tool, clone tool, and the same thing, click and hold alt and click here, and let's move. Let's make our brush bigger, and let's make it like this. And you can notice the differences. This is more realistic than this. Both of them are realistic because they are taken from a real picture, but this is blending with the background. So this is the difference between the stamp tool. So now we understand that stamp tool. Let's try another thing, which is this image here. Let's click and file, and click file, open more, open from URL, and click OK. If we want to remove this man from the photo, we can select him like this and click edit and click fill and click choose content aware and click OK. Now we can click Ctrl D to deselect. Now we have here is a photo without the man. Maybe some problems happened here, so we can fix it with using the batch tool like this. We select this area and try to make the line perfect like this. Okay, you can make it like this. Okay, we can also remove this sheep. We can also remove this watermark. and so on. So this is the content aware. We removed the man and the sheep and everything very easily. So this was retouching and healing. For the next session, inshallah, this will be our assignment to make this image here from these both images, and I sent you in the chat the link of it. Here. Okay. Try to make from these images. What I applied here is a smart object with blur, with an add noise and some transformations, and that's it.